Hello everybody, welcome back. In this video I decided to continue my discussion on links, but now I'm going to be doing something that's actually very cool and very useful. So I'm sure some of you have been to pages where if you click, like at the top, it'll have a table of contents, and if you click one of the links it'll take you lower in the page. I think Wikipedia does it. Let's see, Wikipedia. Alright, let's Wikipedia chicken sandwiches. Load. Yeah, I meant that. Alright, chicken sandwich. Sweet, so this is a chicken sandwich. We scroll down and it says contents. We click history and it takes us to the history portion of the article. So this is actually used by huge companies, including Wikipedia. So I'm going to be teaching you how you can do this on your own website. So I'm going to go back to our index.html page. I'm just going to get rid of the social links page. Probably not going to use it again for the rest of the website. Delete that, or yeah, for the rest of the series. So now, let's make a frequently asked questions page. Then we have H2. And table of contents. Click one to jump to it. We refresh. This is what we have. Looks nice so far, but kind of crappy. That made no sense. So let's make some questions. Alright. To do that, we make anchors. Let's make 2 questions. Alright. Alright, so now we put some content here. Let me think of some good questions. How do you manage to get so many girls? That is a good question, and I'm going to answer that soon. But just hold up. Just hold up. It'll happen. Just calm down. I know you guys want to know. How do you manage to be such a stud? That's more of a tough one, but I think I can answer that. So right now we have these. They're not very clickable, but just for some styling, I'm going to add a break, so now they're more easily read. And actually, I'm going to show you something even more cool coming up soon, but not quite yet. Now we reference something. What are we referencing? Well, I'm not going to tell you yet. So here is what it looks like. Now I have 2 links, and they don't go anywhere. That's because we didn't put anything. It just takes us to our page we're already on. So that's a good way how you can design links without making them go to a page that doesn't exist. Just make it like that. So now we are going to answer these questions. So we make another anchor tag like this, and then we can say, how do you manage to get so many girls? And then we can give it a name. Let's make it question 1 in quotation marks. Question 1. Well, viewers of all of my videos, it's kind of a natural thing, but I suggest just be yourself. The #1 thing people tell you. So yeah, be yourself. Haha, not! Boom. So now we have this content, and typically we'll have a bunch of questions, so you won't see it all on one page. So I'm going to simulate that by putting a bunch of break tags. Break. So now, let's pretend there's another question, like a list of questions. Actually, I'm going to put some more, just to obsessively do it. Boom. So now you can see there's a huge gap between our question list and the answers to the questions. So now we can reference this by putting a pound sign or a hashtag, whatever you want to call it, even though it's called a pound sign, guys, come on. And then we can put question 1. And when we refresh, click this, it takes us down to that question. It's very nice. The reason why this works, I'm going to get rid of these so you can see. Alright, that should be enough. A little more. Boom. 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 Name equals question 1. And then we're referencing question 1. The reason we have this pound sign is because if I took that off, it would try to go to the file question 1, and that file does not exist. So to tell HTML that it's within the same file, we put a little pound sign. I'm sorry. Same thing for this. If you put a pound sign there and refresh, and you click it, it sends us back to the same file. If you look closely here, it actually has a little pound sign on it, but the pound sign brings us back to the original file. That's how a pound sign works. So when we read this, it's a anchor link that references on the same page link question 1. So it brings us down here to the other anchor tag. So this one sends us down this direction, and it's named question 1. So we can do this again. Let's answer the other question. How do you manage to be such a stud? Well, my good friend, it takes years of practice, but pretty much be a jerk, ignore people, don't be nice, you know, same old, same old. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. You need to be a super nice gentleman. Open the doors for ladies. I'm serious on that one. Always open doors for ladies. I don't care if they're your mom or your girlfriend or your friend's girlfriend or some random lady. Just be a gentleman and open their door for them. I mean, if it's like your sister, you still open doors, but you don't have to open every door. You don't have to open like counter doors, cabinet doors, or anything like that. Or occasionally you can open car doors, but that's kind of the next level of intimacy. Like, oh, you're not really. Yeah, because I open the door for my sister sometimes, as well as some of my friends who are ladies, and I open normal doors. So yeah, open doors, and it's pretty much makes you an automatic stud. So that's how you manage to be such a stud. Open doors. Woo! Name is equal to question 2. And then down here we can put, up here I mean, question 2. So it's kind of ugly, it's hard to read, but yeah. This one sends us to question 1, this one sends us to question 2. Save it, refresh, and it looks kind of rammed together here. So what I'm going to do is space these questions out with a break tag. Now let's just pretend this question's answer was really, 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 really long. So I'm just going to copy and paste that a million times. Now this is what we get. We get the first question, second question. It's kind of hard to read, you know? Because you're like, oh, I got to go look for it. Well, now you can just click this. How do you manage to be such a stud? Takes us right there. Now, what was I going to show you earlier? Well, I was actually going to show you, you can do this. So now, if this looks familiar, this is an ordered list. And we can go li and li, list item, and list item. So now, oh, that looks a lot better, a lot more clear. And we could also, if we want to, do that for the answers. So we can go OL, ordered list, end the ordered list. I always try to end it before I start typing, or else I'll forget. And then something messes up and I can't figure out what's going on. End list item. Start list item. End list item. Refresh. Oh, let me spread this out some. So now you can see it looks a lot more clear, and we can jump to questions. I mean, there's only 2 questions here, so it's not very effective. They both jump to the same place anyways. But we could simulate it a little better by adding more questions or just copying this a bunch more. So now, if you look, we have one really long answer, which jumps there, or we click number 2, which jumps there. It would jump farther, but there's not enough content. So let's pretend this was a really long answer as well. Boom. So now I have really long answers, or more questions, but I don't feel like doing that. Pressing 1 jumps right to 1 at the top corner. Pressing 2 jumps to 2 right at the top corner. Very useful, very professional. So that's all I have to say in this video. And in the next video, we will be talking about, let's go with pictures. Yeah, that sounds good. I will see you then, and please subscribe.